welcome to yoga. So you can start seated or supine or lying down, or you can sit in a chair, whatever goes. So today we're going to be really focusing on the breath and just kind of like free breath and waves of breath and moving with the breath. So we'll start out by, again, you can just a comfortable seat or lying down wherever you can be for a while. So Vicky's new, so I'll just kind of explain things a little more than maybe I usually do. Those of you used to it. So we start with
the basic scales.
with centering, we call. So that's just, coming inside into your body, kind of shutting everything else out, and just centering in your body and getting grounded. That's it. So, okay, so close your eyes, or if you're comfortable, you don't have to close your eyes. And seated or supine, just be aware of yourself in this space. So know that you're here with this group. We're going to have a lot of good energy here. So, and feel where you're connected to the earth. So if you're lying down, your back body, if you're seated, whatever is in contact with the earth, and where your hands are connected to your body or the ground. And just bring your awareness inside. So let's start with a body scan. That's a good way to connect with your body. So just bring your awareness to your feet and just briefly rest your awareness there. Just notice any sensations or lack of temperature, anything going on with your feet. Could be nothing, don't worry, just bring your mind's eye there, and then move up to your shins, the lower part of your legs, the tops, the bottoms, the calf part of your legs, and then bring your awareness, picture in your mind's eye as you go, bring your awareness to the joint of your knee. Just notice, and while we're doing this, remember, no judgment. So you just are aware of what's real right here for you today in this practice. And then move up to your thighs, big muscles in your thighs, tops of your thighs, quadricep muscles, the backs, the hamstring muscles. Notice any sensation there. And then your hips. Move up to your hips. And you might notice one side different than the other, whatever, just notice. And then your trunk, so the front, let's start with the front. So the front part of your body, from your hips up to your shoulders. All the organs are in there, your heart, your lungs. Just notice the beating of your heart. And then the side body, the back body. And then come down to your hands. And what's going on with your hands? Just notice. Might be tingling or, I don't know, warmth or nothing. Your wrists. And then your lower arms. And your elbows. And your upper arms, your shoulders. Just resting your awareness briefly in each place, getting like a little snapshot. And your neck. And then your head. So let's start at the top of the head. We're kind of going to go just down from the scalp. And as you move your awareness from the scalp, and down, just relax. Just imagine your scalp kind of melting down. Relaxing your eyes, letting them sink back. Your cheeks be heavy. Your ears. Jaw relax, let your teeth come apart a little bit. Just relax your jaw. Relax around your mouth. And then the skin of your neck. And now bring your awareness to your breath. So follow your inhale as it comes in through your nose. The reason we breathe through the nose is it filters the air. It's a healthier way to breathe. Warms the air before it comes into your body. So if possible, inhale, exhale through your nose, and just follow the inhale as it comes in. Notice where you first feel the sensation of the air entering your body. And follow it all the way down. And then just follow the exhale as the air exits your body. Keep your face and jaw relaxed. Just notice the qualities of your breath, just as it is right now. We've all come in with different states of mind and emotion, and those all affect our breath. So just notice if your breath might be kind of rapid, or shallow, or deep, or slow. It's not judging. Your breath is what it is. Your body regulates your breath. And then we'll begin to take control of our breath, because we can also regulate our breath too, and that has effects on many things. So begin to deepen your breath. So let your belly be nice and relaxed, and inhale so that your belly rises gently as your diaphragm goes down, and then continue to get a nice full breath. So a breath that rises, your belly will rise, your rib cage expands, and all the way up to your collarbones, so your lungs get full. And then the exhale, nice, slow, deep exhale. Pull your belly in a little bit, very gently at the end of your exhale. Get all that air out. So this is all very gentle. Don't over effort. Just slowly and gently fill your lungs. Feeling the chest open and rise on the inhale. And just recede back today about just riding the waves of the breath. So just imagine your body rising up, maybe on a little gentle swell in the water. Inhale, you rise up. Exhale, float down the other side. Slow, deep, even breath. Everything else relaxed. So you can even think of the breath as the inhale as a nice drinking in, like a drink of water. So flowing with the breath, flowing like water. Now just take a moment to create an intention for your practice. Just think about why you came to yoga today, what you'd like to take away from your practice, and that will be a focal point that you can return to during your practice. If you get distracted or your mind starts to wander, it can help you bring yourself back. And we're going to start on our backs today. Supine. So come onto your back. And we're just going to start with some warming up movements and moving with the breath. So lengthen your legs out, flex your feet, arms by your sides, spread your fingers. So activate your arms, press lightly into the mat. And as you come to an inhale, lift your arms up and back overhead. And as you exhale, bring your arms slowly, like your breath, moving with your breath. Exhale, arms come back down to your side. Legs stay just as they are. So a couple more times like that. Inhaling, arms up and back behind you, slowly with the breath. Exhale, arms come back down to your side. So one more like that. Just moving right with your breath. Slow, deep, even. And the next time your arms come overhead, just rest them there. And then on your next exhale, draw your right knee into your chest, taking a hold behind the thigh or over the shin. Just squeeze, hug your knee into your chest. And then inhale, arms overhead, right leg straightens out. And then next exhale, draw your left knee into your chest. So just alternating sides. Inhale, lengthen out, full body stretch. Exhale, knee into chest. Just a couple more times like that, really letting the breath initiate the movement, flowing with the breath. And the next time you come to an exhale, draw both knees into your chest. Squeeze them in. Option here, if you want to get your core going a little bit, you can lift your upper body, nose toward knees, chest toward knees, or rock, whatever feels right, whatever your body is kind of asking for. And rock around a little bit. And then lengthen out your legs. Keep your arms down by your sides for a second. Lengthen your legs out. Now draw your right knee into your chest and lift it up toward the ceiling. Foot is flexed. And then draw your left knee into your chest and raise it up toward the ceiling. Both feet flexed. Now bring both hands toward the ceiling. So your arms and legs are reaching up toward the ceiling. Now just rotate. Rotate your ankles and your wrists. So we're just going to bring some juicing up the wrists and the ankles. Rotate in both directions. Just take a few turns and then flex and extend, so that for the feet that means bring the toes toward the shins and then away from the shins, and for the hands, same thing, toward your forearms and back. So just move around, move your ankles and wrists in any way that feels good. And then bring your arms back down to the mat and your feet to the mat. So your knees will be bent, feet on the mat, about hip width apart. Bring your arms out shoulder height, palms face up. And we're going to start some windshield wiper movements. So inhale in the center and exhale. Let your knees come over to the right. So your feet stay on the mat, knees come over toward the right. And then inhale back to the center. And exhale, knees to the left. So just alternate side to side. Inhaling brings you to the center. Exhale, knees to one side. Inhale to the center. Exhale, knees to the other side. So like windshield wipers on the car. And don't force your knees down. So just let your knees go down as far as they go. They might go a little lower each time. They might not. If you want to bring your upper spine into this, you can take your gaze either in the direction of your knees or away from your knees. Or you can just keep your nose pointing straight up. So whatever works. But do stay with your breath. So nice, slow, even movements. And the next time your knees come to one side, it doesn't matter which side, just pause there, leave them there, and continue to breathe. So we're just holding the twist. And as you inhale, nice, slow, deep inhale, send the breath to whatever area, wherever you feel the stretch the most. And then as you exhale, just see where you can soften. Just release something somewhere. Just a couple breaths on this side. Then inhale back to center. Exhale to the other side and just hold that for a couple breaths. Notice your sides will be different. And just acknowledge that and make any adjustments that make this side feel good. So never do something that is painful. And now inhale back to center. And we're gonna come up to all fours. So you can come onto your side and push yourself up with your arms. So we're gonna come to hands and knees. And set up so that your wrists are under your shoulders and your knees are under your hips. If your knees are sensitive, you can kneel on a blanket. So it might feel good to have a blanket under your knees. So just take your time to get what you need to be comfortable. And we will not be on our, we'll take breaks if your wrists bother you. So wrists under shoulders, knees under hips to start. Now, before we get into our regular cat-cows, just tilt your pelvis forward. So bring your, the back of your pelvis up and tilt your pelvic bones forward, and then tuck your tailbone under. So just a few times, just moving the pelvis. Tilt, brings the back up, tuck, tuck under. One more time, very subtle. And now we'll go in, just move with the breath into cat-cows gently. So start with an exhale. Tuck your tailbone, bring your chin towards your chest, press into your hands and round your back like a cat. And then inhale, energetically bring your hands and knees together, like rub back on the mat. Lift your chin, lift your tailbone, and then exhale, slowly, slowly round. So you're just moving spine through flexion in cat and extension in cow. Very gentle movements. Moving with the breath. So flow. Think of flowing between the rounded back and the extension spine. Couple more times. And the next time you come to an exhale and round into cat, let your hips come back over your heels in child's pose. And you can come on your elbows and move your wrists around. Give your wrists some rest, give them a break. And then you can rest your head on something. So in child's pose, the front of your body is compressed. So think of breathing. You're still going to do those nice deep breaths. Think of breathing into the back body, into the back heart. And you'll notice that your rib cage expands in the back since the front is kind of compressed. So your lungs can still get nice and full and expand because the rib cage is allowing that as it expands in the back body. A couple more deep breaths here. And then come back onto your hands and knees. And we're going to do some circles, some barrel rolls. So start by just moving your hips out to the right and making circles of your hips around your knees. And I like to match the inhale to the forward movement and the exhale to the backward movement. So that just helps you even out your breath. And so you can then start to make your circles bigger and kind of move into that more organic movement. If you want to bend your elbows bring a little bit of spinal rotation into it. You can bring the stretch into your side body too by bending your elbows. And you'll notice that as you come back, you're going to be a little more in spinal flexion, and as you come forward, a little bit of more extension. Just really flowing with the breath here and feeling in your body. It can feel so good. I do this a lot before I go to bed at night. And then pause and just move the other way. At any time, if this is hard on your wrist, you can come back into child's pose, take a break. And always feel free to do that anytime in practice. Listen to your body. Don't over effort. Okay, then slow that down, and once more come back into child's pose. Take a couple breaths, breathing into the back, heart. And then stretch your arms out in front so there's not weight on your wrist or your hands. Just stretch your arms out in front. Spread your fingers. Inhale, lift up just a little bit, and exhale, walk your hands over to the right, keeping them about shoulder distance apart. Couple breaths, stretching up the side body, and then back to center. And then inhale, lift up a little bit, walk your hands over to the left. And then back to center. You can then come up onto all fours, and we're going to come up to standing. So tuck your toes, or you can, Vicki, turn around and face the chair and do that. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up, back into down dog. And then walk your hands up to meet your feet. Coming into a standing forward fold, Uttanasana. Just knees bent as much as you want. Just hang. And then bring your hands to your shins, lengthen out with a strong flat back. Exhale, fold. And then keeping your back straight and strong, inhale, press into your feet. Come all the way up slowly, slowly. Might be a little dizzy. Palms touch, and then down. Nice. Okay, so we'll build a mountain pose. Your feet are going to be toes pointing straight ahead, feet parallel. Look at your toes and lift them, spread them, then put them back down. Find the four corners of your feet. So the big toe mound, the little toe mound, and the backs of your heels. And just press down into the mat. Kneecaps will lift. You'll feel a little muscle in your quads, not gripping, just a little. As you press down, that automatically happens. Then take a little tuck in your tailbone. Bring your shoulders up to your ears, around, back, down, so your chest is nice open. Arms out to the side, palms face forward. Spread your fingers and reach down. So you notice when you do that, your shoulders come down from your ears, and then lift up through the crown of your head. Now just soften a little bit. Let go of a little bit of the effort so your skeletal system is holding you up here. You can still have a soft belly for those nice deep breaths. So just Relax your face, jaw, neck, close your eyes if you have the balance, you don't have to. And just take 2 or 3 slow, deep, even breaths. Nice full breath, and nice full exhale, slow, gentle. And then open your eyes, and we'll do some sun breaths. So keep your fingers spread, inhale, press into your feet, arms up overhead, palms touch, exhale right down the midline. And then we'll reverse that. Inhale right up. Exhale, palms face down to your sides. Okay, a couple more times. Inhale, palms out, up. Let that movement match up. Nice full inhale, then exhale down. You can bring your gaze down to, if you want to bring your neck into it. Then inhale up. Exhale down. One more time. Nice. Inhale. Up. Keep some action in it though. So press your palms together as you go up and press the palms down like the air is thick. So there's some resistance as you come down. Nice. Okay, now we're going to do some lateral bends. So press into your feet. Inhale, arms up. And then side bend right over to the right. So press down into your left foot and out through your upper fingers. You can have your arm by your side if that's more comfortable. Then inhale up. Exhale the other way. So you want to keep your arm over your ear. So you're staying kind of in a plane. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach out through the upper fingers. Nice stretching of this whole side body from the foot all the way out through the fingers. And one more time each side. Okay, then come back to center. And what am I going to do? I took my glasses off. Oh, I know. We're going to do some hulas. Okay, so hands on hips. We're going to make an infinity sign or a figure 8 with our hips. So you have a little bend in your knee. And then just start making that infinity sign with your, moving your hips around. Some of you have been to Hawaii and done the hula. You might be. I'm not very good at this. Okay, so just some juicing up of the hips, and then pause and go the other way. You gotta use your brain to reverse that thing. Oh, some of you are getting your upper body into it. That's great. So kind of like we did on all fours, you can do that. You can move it around. We're going to do something with our arms in a second. Okay, then stop that and bring your arms out. Now we're going to do the same thing with our shoulders. So you're going to make an infinity sign or figure 8 with the upper body. This is kind of like dancing or something. Yeah, make it anything you want. You're doing different things. I love it. That's yoga, when you do what your body likes. All right, then pause and go the other way. Okay, shoulders come down. You might want to roll your shoulders out. That might feel good. That's kind of a lot on the shoulders. Okay. And just come back to Tadasana for a minute because we're going to move into some balance. So just come back into that alignment of ankles, hips, shoulders, ears in alignment, chest open. Just a couple of deep breaths. You can sigh them out if you want. All right, now we're going to do some balance. So the first one, you might want to have a chair nearby for this. The first one is going to be train tracks. So all we're going to, it's hard. I can't believe how hard this is. So just putting one foot directly in front, I'm going to feel like I'm going to fall over right now. One foot in front of the other. And then, so just like you're walking on a tightrope. It's not easy. So look at a spot on the floor a little bit ahead, so something that's not moving. And you don't even have to move. You can just stand with the feet like that. That's fine. So you can take steps or just stand. Nice. And then and then go backwards. Arms can be like what those trapeze artists do, or whatever. So look at something that's not moving. Deep breathing. One thing about this, you probably won't fall over, so it's okay. Nice. I can see you all walking between those New York buildings right now. Okay, then come back to center, and we're going to do another. We'll shake everything out, because that's a good thing to do after a balancing. Okay. Let the weight come into your left foot. So just take your right foot out a little bit and just come up onto the toes. That's the first step here. And we're going to raise the left arm. And you can stay just like this, or you can rotate your ankle in circles like that, or you can lift, you're looking at something that's not moving. You can lift your foot and do the ankle twirls like that. So this, you can also hold onto a chair. So just, like this, or lift it. Come back and forth, nice. Okay, then bring everything down, shake it out. So balance, remember a gaze at something that's not moving, and a little bit of a firm core, not gripping, but a little, and keep breathing. Okay, so now let the weight come into your right foot. Come on to those left toes, right arm goes up. This is crossing the midline, so this is good for the brain too. And circle, remember to circle in both directions. And foundation is all in the right foot. Balance gets better if you practice, so even just like a little bit each day, you will improve your balance. Nice. You guys have good balance today. Okay, shake everything out. And then come, oh gosh, okay. Step your feet, turn to face the long edge of your mat. Doesn't matter which way you're facing. And spread your feet wide apart. Toes point forward. We're going to do a little Vinyasa, which means moving with the breath, called Dancing Warrior. So, take your right heel, lift it, and rotate it back toward the back corner of your mat. So just a little angle on your right foot, and turn your left toes toward the short edge of your mat. So, so let's see. well, yeah, what did I say? Do what, Leslie? It's hard when I'm in the front. Yeah, it's always good to look at other people, but not to think you have to look like them. But if you're just trying to get the direction.
Sure.
Okay, so left here, okay. Now, square your shoulders to the long edge of the mat. So your shoulders are facing forward. And then just a few times bend your left knee over your left ankle. So what you want is your, doesn't matter how deep the bend is, you want to be able to see your big toe and have the knee over the ankle. So just a few times, you might want to move your feet closer or further apart, but just get where you can see that big toe and the knees pretty much over the ankle. Back leg is straight. Shoulders square to the long edge of the mat. Inhale, both arms out, palms face down. Turn to look at your back arm. Just see it's pretty level. So right out from your shoulders, yep, level arms, yep. Okay, and then this is Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Take your gaze, your eyes, look over the middle finger of your left hand. Okay, now turn your left palm up. Bring your right hand onto your right thigh and lift up. So this is reverse warrior. Stretch up here. Legs are going to stay the same. And then reach out with the left hand and bring your left forearm onto your left thigh. Nice. Your right hand can be at your hip, can go up, can go behind your back. This is Parsvakonasana, bent side angle. So what we're going to do, now come back up to Warrior 2. We're going to flow between those three poses with the breath. So inhale here. Exhale, settle down into Warrior 2 a little bit. Inhale, flip the palm, come back into reverse warrior. Exhale here. Inhale, come reaching out, forearm to thigh, right arm somewhere. So nice open chest here. And then come back to Warrior 2. We're going to do that one more time. We're going real slow. So just move with your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Soften. Inhale. Reverse. Reaching up. Exhale. Soften into that a little bit. Then inhale. Lengthen out. Chairs are good. Exhale, down. This is new to you, so don't worry. No worries. Inhale up. Okay, then square your feet, step your feet together for a minute, and just do some movement. Let everything out. So we do everything on every side. So we're going to do it on the other side now. So, step your feet wide apart. This time, the left heel goes back at an angle, the right toes out toward the short edge, okay? And then a couple times, just find your bend of your right knee. This side will be different, so if your knee's coming in front of your ankle, you need to lengthen your stance. If it's not making it to your ankle, you shorten. Anyway, and make sure you can see the toes, right, your toes. Okay, inhale, arms up. So make sure your shoulders, your upper body is parallel to the long edge of the mat. Okay, arms up, look back to see if your back, okay? Okay, so inhale here. Exhale, sink in. Inhale, turn your right palm up. Slide back, reverse. Inhale, reach, forearm, Arms over, arm back. Okay, then inhale back to warrior two. Exhale here. Then flip back into reverse. And then reach out, come into bent side angle. Just stay here and take a couple more breaths. And then come back up. Square your feet, bring your feet together. Wiggle around, do that figure eight, whatever you want. And we're gonna come down to a seat. So that can be a chair or it can be on the mat. So one way to come down is inhale up. Exhale, bend your knees as much or as little as you want. Forward fold, bend them a lot. Put your hands on the mat. Step your feet back. Down dog for a second. Come to all fours. Then your feet out to the side and come to a seat, and it can feel good. We're going to do a couple things here. To be on a blanket or a block, just to lift your hips up a little bit. And if it's not comfortable to be on the mat, you can sit in a chair. So this is what we're going to do now is a little brain kind of thing. So bring your right arm out in front of you, palm face up, okay? And just a few times flap it. Flex and extend it, yeah. And then make a fist, it's just a soft fist with the thumb on the outside. Keep your arm up shoulder height if you can. And as we inhale, slow, deep inhale, we're going to bring our gaze over the left shoulder and bring the arm out to the right, unfurling the fingers as you go. So your gaze is in one direction, your fingers are coming out of the fist, and then keeping your gaze to the left, rotate the palm. So rotate it to the back and around as much as you can. So it's internally and externally rotating your shoulder. So move slow, come back to the breath. And then, on an inhale, bring your gaze and your arm back to center. Nice. And then down. Yeah. Okay, left arm. Out. Palms face out. Flap it up and down a few times. Make a little fist. And then this time, as you unfurl, your arm moves to the left, your gaze moves to the right. And once you get there, you're going to turn your palm, rotate it around as much as you can. Back up. Keep your head reaching up so your spine doesn't slump. Keep your spine long. Relax your face, your jaw. Notice any difference in this side of your shoulders. Not judging, just aware. And then inhale and bring your gaze back and your arm back and bring it down. Nice. Move out your shoulders a little bit. And I'd like to do a twist before we do Shavasana. So if, I don't know, are you still just doing twists on your back? Okay, so If you prefer, you can do a twist on your back. If you're seated, the twist is just to inhale up, exhale, bring your left hand to your right knee, your right hand behind, and twist like this. If that's not contraindicated for you, that's fine, or you can do a supine twist on your back. So, every inhale, lengthen up, nice long spine on the inhale. Don't jam anything. You want to create nice space between your vertebrae. And then exhale, bring your belly in a little bit. And then your gaze can come over your shoulder if that's comfortable. It does not have to. So you want to just come into the twist from the bottom up. So starting down at your abdomen, and then the last thing to come around would be your gaze. And just every inhale, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Exhale, you might be able to move a little bit more around, but do not force it. Couple more breaths on this side. And then as you come out, bring your head around first, and then your shoulders, and then your, okay, and then we can try the other side. So inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist here first, then your hands can come and just, so you don't want to be pulling on your knee to get around further. That's just a place to rest. Relax your face, your jaw. Nice deep breaths. One more breath. And then as you come out of the twist, come out from the top down. Very good. And then you can come back onto your back for Shavasana. So, if there's anything you want to do before Shavasana, you know, if you want to do a happy baby or anything you want to do before we settle in. Shavasana is just, it's what they call the final rest, and it's where everything is integrated in the practice and you don't do anything. I'll set you up. So, there are different ways to do Shavasana, but normally it's just lying on your back, arms to your side, palms face up, and the three things of Shavasana are that the right and left side of your body be symmetrical, okay, so lying down, that you are comfortable, so if you want a blanket over you or an eye bag, I've got those things, and so that you're warm, and no effort. So, anybody can do it. Oh, you want an eye bag?
Can I get a belly bag too?
Yeah. Yep, thank you. So, Vicki, these things are, this belly bag weighs like 8 pounds or something. And it can, the weight signals to your body somehow to relax. Who else would ask for an eye bag? You? Okay. Would you like an eye bag or anything? This just goes over your eyes. All right. That's a good attitude. I'm coming. So, Are you good, Terry? Do you need that? Okay. I have another weight bag. Okay. So, Shavasana. So it's kind of being aware of everything, just surrendering to the whole moment and not breath by breath. You can follow your breath, especially if your mind is busy. Just come back to your breath and follow the kind of waves of the breath that we talked about this time. but just kind of release everything. And if a thought comes, just let it float on by like a cloud. Just say, oh, I'm thinking, and let it go. And I'm watching the clock, so I will bring you out when it's time, so you don't have to worry about that. And just gently bring your awareness back to the space. Just slowly awaken your body by moving fingers, toes, maybe rocking your head side to side. And then draw one knee at a time into your chest and come over onto your side. Just cradle your head in your arms and just notice, just like you did at the beginning, do a little assessment. Maybe notice your state of mind, how your body feels. Notice how your breath is moving. Remember your intention. Just take a couple of nice, slow, deep breaths. It's the way you want to breathe whenever bring your awareness to your breath sometimes during the day. Just If you notice it's kind of shallow and rapid, just slow it down, take some deep breaths. Now use your arms to bring yourself up to a seat. Just keep your eyes closed if you're comfortable with that. Bring your arms out to the side, palms face up. Inhale, arms up like we did at the beginning. Palms together, exhale, hands down to the heart center. And just bow lightly toward your fingertips. Bow to your efforts today. This time you've given yourself and your body to get to know each other better, to listen to your body, to breathe deeply, and just to give yourself some time. I thank you all for coming and allowing me to guide you in practice and to share your energy. And the light in me bows to and honors the same light in each of you. Namaste.
Namaste.